Hey, this is Rick, 28 millimeter RPG. This is a little video response to Max Leel from Legion of Myth. So, Max, I've never been a jerk to you. I've always been courteous on your streams when I've been a guest. I've let everybody have their say before I even say anything. That's just the way I am. Everybody can contest to that. I'm a pretty casual guy. I've also given you a lot of money in super chats. Even though it's Canadian money, it's still, it's still money. Still counts. What I want to talk about here is some of the things that were said on your last stream with Bear and stuff like that. So in our group, I don't consider myself any part of any kind of community, but in our group we have a lexicon, and just to kind of show you what the lexicon here, I'll just add it. Go ahead and throw me on the correct side here. Whoop, just like that. So the thing is, our lexicon is a fairly simple thing. And the reason why we put together this lexicon is because everybody has their own definitions of roleplay. Heathen Dog has his definition of roleplay. He and everything outside of that is not roleplay to him. Bro SR has their own definition of roleplay, and everything outside of that is not roleplay to them. Bear even has his definition of roleplay, and everything outside of that is not roleplay to him. We have our definition of roleplay, and everything outside of that is not considered roleplay to us. Everyone has a valid point, and it's to the point of view of each individual or group. You're all right. I'm right. Bear's right. Bro SR is right. Heathen Dog is right. Everybody's correct. The thing is, when we get to something like this here, I'm going to show you this here. Well, go. Max, you are in a game here with RPG is Dumb. RPG is Dumb is to me, a 3D role player, a 3D game master. You were in character. You were talking in character. You didn't do any out of character talk. You said what your actions were. That to me is 3D roleplay. What you did here in this game is nothing different than what we do in a 4D game, except for one thing. I let my players co-create on the fly as we play, because I have trust in my players that they're not going to go out of context, out of the setting, in order to contrive something to make the situation a total win. They won't conjure up some sort of thing out of nowhere and say it exists and it starts stomping on all the adversaries that they're facing. We play to enjoy the cool moments that we create in our game. So I just want to kind of put that out. And I mean, if you can't understand what I mean by 4D roleplay now, then you're just being disingenuous, because you do 3D roleplay here. And if you wanted to be 4D in this session of RPG is Dumb, then RPG is Dumb would let you co-create along the lines certain things that make sense in the setting that you would see in, say, an armored car or whatever, that RPG is Dumb doesn't describe offhand. I mean, the RPG is Dumb and I both do sound effects when we do our GMing thing. There's some subtle differences. All game masters are going to be totally different. But to say you don't understand what I'm doing, it's gonna from here on is totally disingenuous, and I would say you're just egging on the drama here for your own sake. I have nothing to sell here. I've always said my channel is not ever going to be monetized. I'm not selling anything. I've given away a lot of stuff on my channel, PDFs and everything, all the stuff from my games, all the AI art. I give it out freely to everybody to have their own game of Centauri if they want to. And speaking of Centauri, I just want to kind of explain things here, with my game. This is our Centauri game. I want to head on back here. So in the beginning here, just to give you an idea of my game master, how I'm doing stuff here. This first part here is just a PDF I gave of the players so they could understand the setting. And it's just to kind of give them an idea of what to expect in the game. Further on here, we start off. We're doing our session. We don't introduce our characters because we want to be kind of like a book or a movie. We want you to watch and learn from what you're seeing here who the characters are and see them evolve. I made this situation so that they all wake up from cryo chambers with their memories, their recent memories, kind of dulled, and so they get together. I had them roll some stuff for their endurance as they were going through the test to see where they would black out and then they would reemerge from cryo chamber, forgetting all the things that they had done during the adventure. And during the adventure, they had some interesting revelations, and they discovered that they had woken up before during the adventure. Now, when we get to where they wake up, what I'm doing here is just showing slides, a slideshow of things in StreamYard, so it keeps the continuity of the game together. Now, they can imagine these areas on the ship anywhere that they want to. I don't care. That's the thing about the co-creativity. That's up to them to decide where the cryo chambers are. Where we'll go on here. We'll go. We do a little bit of RP. We got stuff here where commons, the commons area and stuff like that. The stateroom. Whenever something is happening and the players are playing, I just flash to that so they have some sort of context on what their visual surroundings would look like. And as they're going on, they're learning about their characters too. So this first part is a lot of exploration about their characters. So there's not a whole lot of rolling. In Traveler, I look at the levels of each player's I'll go here and you can see they've got their skills and everything. To me, that's enough for me to gauge whether or not they are successful or not successful during a non-pressure kind of situation. Further on, when they encounter the alien on the ship, now mind you, I have like several different situations. Like when I do this, I'm trying to create pushes. which are giving kind of like, if I feel like I need some action, I have an action push. If I feel like I need some intrigue, I have an intrigue push. I have different pushes to kind of give that different things that you would find in a movie. That's all that it is. We're not trying to portray a movie. We're just trying to give it the feel of a movie. Further on here, they go ahead and explore, and I have no idea where they are originally going to go. I give them one hook in the beginning, which is this massive station made out of alien material that their ship can't detect. And I introduce a NPC called Nixus, which is a kind of an ominous kind of robot on board their ship. And it is able to see this thing. But because they had shut down Teresa, the AI for the ship, they're not able to go ahead and correlate this information properly. So this is all being made up as we're going along. I have an idea of what my NPCs are doing, but it's up to the players to make up a lot of this stuff that they're encountering. When they get inside the alien ship and they encounter the thing that is inside, I had like 3 different ideas of what was going to be inside of there. And I actually spoiler one of the things later on in the after talk session. That's how I game master. It's no, doing any kind of theatrical blah, 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 whatever you're kind of conjuring up in your brain. If you watch the video, which most people don't, Bear doesn't. He has no clue what we're doing. He's just guessing. He doesn't have the nuts to go ahead and watch these sessions. So I give kudos to GM Cody for participating in some of our 4D games. So, that's cool. That's really good. I know GM Cody doesn't do this kind of thing in his natural game group. He kind of falls back into what we call the 2D gameplay. But that's what everybody can do that. That's entirely up to them. When he comes in and plays with Phil and Crispy, he plays 3D and he does it very well. I have to give him credit on that. But I'm just saying now, Max Liao, after all this time of being, nice to you and you being nice to me, when somebody says, I don't know what they're doing, you should know exactly what I'm doing now. Exactly the same as RPG is dumb, except for the players have creativity license as they go through the scenario. All right, that's all I have to say. If you use this video as a video response, please present this video in full. Don't just cherry pick things out of it and stuff like that. I want you to be honest with me instead of being disingenuous, because you were kind of sitting back there saying, oh, they're a bunch of theater kids and crap like that. We're doing exactly the same thing you were doing an RPG is Dumb's game. And if you do that, you're a theater kid then too, by your own definition. Alrighty, let's stop being hypocrites. We all disagree on how roleplay should be. That's totally okay. I'm totally okay with that. There shouldn't be people going on there having a shit fit and calling people bottom feeders that eat the shit of fish. It's unbecoming, but I can see where you're going at here. You want to see the drama and stuff like that. That brings you in the views and things like that. I don't care about views. I don't care about who follows me. I just care that they're learning from me. If they are going to follow from me, I have all my mistakes out there. Here, I'll even show you. Look, this is me back last year, early last year. Look at me. I'm using a VTT. You know, we're not in character. The players are doing out of character talk and all that stuff. I know how 1D and 2D, by my definitions, works. It's the same. This is the run-of-the-mill stuff that you see on every game session that you see out there, the 99%. But I changed my ways. I show how I do it. I even have the gang here in this group here. I have RPG is dumb. I have Abraham and I have Shauner, all three of them going over my session, telling me what I'm doing wrong and what my players are doing wrong and how to correct it. If this was like any other average person, they would be like, no, I'm trying to do it right. Oh, blah blah blah. No, I'm fessing up. Hey, I have something wrong. I need you guys to help me fix it. And I have the guts to keep all this stuff up here so that people can learn from me from going from 2-dimensional to 3-dimensional, full-on role-playing as far as my definition and Shauner's definition. Shauner actually combines 3D and 4D together, but we kind of separated it out because we thought it was kind of like an extra dimension, an extra thing of trust that you must, overcome with your own ego. And I had to do that. And with good players that want to become part of the narrative and not stretch it out to be some sort of insane thing, those are good guys. What you've done has caused one of the members of our group, Mr. Max, to kind of set back and say, this is fucked. This whole thing, these guys being two-faced about the whole thing, being nice to me in this way, but, calling down the thing that he loves about this game in this 3D, what we call 3D type of gaming, and 4D type of gaming. You guys are really kind of stretching it out to be some sort of like monstrosity that, it shouldn't be seen. It's being done on, Red Moon Roleplay. And Gentleman Gamer used to do a lot of this kind of stuff, before he started, caving to the crowd. I won't cave to the crowd. I have no, you can say what you want to say. I don't care. I worked my ass off to go ahead and go from 2D to 3D. And now I'm doing 4D. So I can pat myself on the back. I don't need you guys to go ahead and say, rock on, you're doing it, Rick. I don't need your fake applause or whatever. I'm just going to be me, and I'm going to continue being me. And if there's guys out there that want to follow what I'm doing and learn, I'm willing to go ahead and say, hey, come on my server. I'll do some one-on-one with you guys and help you understand how 3D works. And if you can do it, that's awesome. I know it's not for everybody. Some people don't have imaginations, that work function 100%. But I'll take on people, free my time. Yeah, I'm starting to hit into the 60s here. Say just like Shauner. Shauner's a year older than me, but we're within a year of the age. We kind of look at our last remaining years on Earth here, 20 years, say maybe 30 if we're lucky. Something can happen, a heart attack, sick, whatever, and take you out any day, and you never see us again. But For the remaining time that I want to play role plays, I want it to be meaningful and I want it to be the way I like to play. So we're just going to continue on playing the way we play. And we don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks. So I'm just clearing the air here so you fully understand, so you can quit being disingenuous and be honest. All right, Max, if I'm ever on your channel again, it'll still be courteous and everything else. And I will, I'll be who I am. And, you keep on being whatever you're going to be. And so be it. Take care, Max, and everybody else out there. I understand your points of view. And I'm not going to say, I'm just going to say, yeah, to me, it's not role play. Just the same as you can say, yeah, what I'm doing is not role play either. It's cool. I'm fine. Take care, guys.